What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, we're coming back to Flyleaf. Yes, indeed, Flyleaf Fans feeling you. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all the clicks and the likes and the bibbidi-boobidi bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Ian Franks, and Ian wanted to see me react to this song by Flyleaf called Set Me on Fire.
Set a fire in our flesh.
Now, have I heard the song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard the song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a minute, hold on, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. This was posted by Loud and Proud Records, okay? And the video has 1.2 million views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. A link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Flyleaf, Set Me on Fire. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this. What a cold, dark world it is to walk through alone with a fear-filled head. Thinking of losing you is a haunted song and a dread much worse than the fear of death. Now I feel the fear rising up, climbing up, taking over my body, and I feel my pulse starting up, waking me again. Open my eyes, I'm reaching for you. Set me on fire, set me on fire. I'm burning inside, I'm waiting for you. Set me on fire, set me on fire. Your hands in mine, oh, I feel the fire. Two hearts that beat, oh, to feed the fire. You are a spark that shines.
The groove is solid. The riff is solid. I love that bass line. I love the effect that the bass has got going too. That little bit of crunch, that little bit of overdrive, a little bit of fuzz, but not too much. Sometimes when you hear bass use distortion, it's like a kid with a new toy, and they immediately think, oh, I'm gonna make my bass sound like a guitar, you know, like a metal guitar, all turboed out, bited out, you know, just make it as thick and crunchy as you possibly can. The problem with that is bass and guitars have two very distinctly different frequency ranges. If you try to take a guitar distortion tone and put it on a bass, it's going to sound muddy. I'm sorry. There's no way around that. You have to make some adjustments. You have to take some of the bite off. You have to take some of the thrust off. You have to take some of the drive off. You have to take steps to adjust for the frequency so it doesn't sound like a sludge pit. You want to make sure that you hear the attack clean. You want to make sure that the overdrive is not drowning out any of the notational sounds that you want to hear. So I'm glad to see that that's not the case here. I'm glad to see that the bass player here took all those things into account and came up with a distortion patch that sounds good on the bass. If I'm being honest, that riff, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da, kind of, call me crazy, but it kind of sounded like something Trent Reznor would come up with. It sounded like something you would hear from like a Nine Inch Nails song. I dug it. I thought it was really good. Just not at all was what I was expecting. Vocally sounds really strong. Guitar sounds good. Drums sound good. Overall, a really nice experience so far. Let's keep going and see how this goes.
Shines a light where we could belong together, factionless. Let's keep it burning bright till we're floating away, till we're ashes, dancing inside the flames. Now I feel the fear rising up, climbing up, taking over my body, and I feel my pulse starting up, waking me again. Open my eyes, I'm reaching for you. Set me on fire, set me on fire. I'm burning inside, I'm waiting for you. Set me on fire, set me on Your hand in mine, oh, I feel the fire. Two hearts that beat, oh, to feed the fire. Open my eyes, I'm reaching for you. Set me on fire, set me on fire. I'm burning inside, I'm waiting for you. Set me on fire, set me on fire. Set me on fire, set me on fire. Set me on fire, set me on
Pretty straight ahead, if I'm being honest with you. It hit all the marks, that's for sure. I wouldn't say impressive. I would not go that far. And I'm not even sure if I'm going to say great. But it wasn't bad. Not by any stretch. And it wasn't just like okay. You know, no, it was better than that for sure. We're probably going to be somewhere in the 7s, maybe the 6s. I don't know. More than likely 7s. More than likely. Let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Flyleaf with Set Me on Fire. This was a request from Ian Franks. Okay, I thought about it, and I'm glad I did, because I was able to take everything I heard, put it into perspective, and give it the score that I honestly think the song deserves. So, let's get to it. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that a 7.5. Yep, 7.5. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, couple of things I took away from this I thought were really nice and brought the score up. I'm not gonna say a ton, but it brought the score up noticeably. The main riff felt really good. it definitely felt really good. Very bass driven, which I was really happy about. We're literally talking about Root with a pickup of the minor third. Ba-da-da-da-da, 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 ba-da-da-da-da. You know, you hear that minor third pickup into the riff. You know, it was very consistent. You can set your clock to it, and I got no problem with that whatsoever. Between the bass playing and the drumming and the drum pattern that the drummer came up with, I was listening to the song. And I was listening to what the guitar, when the guitar came in, I kind of took that into the equation too. And I tried to imagine, what if we took Lacey's vocals out and we put Trent Reznor's vocals in? Would that make it sound like a Nine Inch Nails song? And I tried to imagine it, and honest to God, folks, I heard it. I absolutely heard it. The main riff of the song in the verses, I swear to you, it felt like a Nine Inch Nails song, and I stand by that. Seriously, take out her vocals and put in a Trent Reznor vocal line instead of her vocals, and tell me that doesn't sound to you a little bit like a Nine Inch Nails song. I thought it was really well done. I thought it was really well executed. Bass sounded good, drum sounded good, guitar sounded good, a little sparse, but it was very appropriate for the song. The chorus. Now, I do see the chorus being the hook without question, and I agree. I think the chorus is the hook as well. Not my favorite part of the song, though. My favorite part of the song, honest to God, were the verses. I dug the verses. But I do see the appeal of the chorus, and the chorus was well done. It absolutely was well done. I'm not criticizing the chorus whatsoever. I'm just saying, for me personally, what did it for me, what really caught my attention and caught my ear was the verses. I dug them. The biggest thing for me, and what really kind of drove this song up, not a lot, but significantly, Lacey's vocals on this. Now, I'm not going to sit here and, sunshine and rainbows and say that it was the most amazing vocal performance I've ever heard in my life, because that would be far from the truth. And let's be honest, Pro Tools came in to help here. It did, okay? So they took her vocal line, and whatever polishing they had to do in post-production, they polished it up, right? They took her single vocal line, and they doubled it and tripled it and quadrupled it, and then they created harmonies by stacking, okay? It's a very, very typical thing to do in modern music production. It's time effective. It's cost effective. And to the production company that's paying for this record to be produced, believe me when I say this, time and money are everything. They're not going to sit around and put a vocalist in a vocal booth and waste 8 hours hoping that, that we get one good take for all these different vocal harmonies that we heard at points. 2 and 3 part vocal harmonies. They're just not going to do that. They're going to do the smart thing. They're going to do the cost-effective thing. They're going to double and triple and quadruple the vocals, layer them, pitch shift them so they can create the chords and the harmonies that they want. It makes perfect sense. Is that a knock against Flyleaf? Not at all. That's just how the recording industry works in this modern day. It's not the 80s anymore. It's not the 70s anymore. It's because music is a business, and any music company, any record company that is still in existence knows this. So they're going to do everything they can to keep costs down. So that's the simple way to do it. I'm not knocking the band for that in any way, shape, or form. It's not their call. It really isn't. But here's the thing. And this is, and everybody is probably was going, oh, you're knocking on Lacey. No, I'm not knocking on Lacey. Guys, listen to what I said. The band has no say in this. Lacey has no say in this. None. She's not footing the bill. I guarantee you, the record company is. So the record company has 100% say. But I will say this in regards to her vocals. There are some things that Pro Tools can do that will help. They have auto-tune. They can do pitch shifting. They can do doubling. They can do layering. There's a lot of things they can do with Pro Tools. You know what Pro Tools can't do? Pro Tools cannot make vocal performances sound full. Pro Tools cannot make vocal performances sound strong. Pro Tools cannot make vocal performances sound supported or projected. That is all up to the vocalist, and Lacey did a great job of that here. Her vocals, man, were strong, powerful, clean, coming through with great support, great projection, great diction, great vowel formation. All things that Pro Tools cannot fix. Pro Tools cannot make that magically happen. Yet. We're going to wait for the next update to see if that actually happens or not. But as it stands right now, Pro Tools can't do that. So her vocal performance was a great job on this. It was probably the best part of the entire song, if I'm being honest with you guys. So I'm not knocking her vocals at all. I mean, look, like I said, the recording industry is what the recording industry is. They do what they got to do to save as much money as possible and be profitable as possible for their shareholders. I understand, I get it. But at the same time, like I said, certain things Pro Tools can do, and there are certain things Pro Tools cannot do. And everything that Pro Tools cannot do, she provided in a great fashion. So good on her, man. Absolutely good on her. And yeah, she did knock the score up quite a bit. I'm not going to say how much. I'll tell you this, it wasn't just 0.1 or 0.2. It was more than that. So yeah, 7.5 is a really good score. But what I feel overall is a really good song. So, 7.5, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.